Our 7th anniversary was supposed to be quiet. Dinner, candles, and the same polite smiles we'd worn for the past 2 years. I wasn't planning anything extravagant. The spark had long since dimmed. But I did plan something. Something that would show Madison exactly how far I'd come from the man who once begged for her attention. For months, I'd noticed her slipping away. Late-night texts, mysterious girls' nights, distant looks when I tried to talk. I suspected someone else, but I never confronted her. I didn't have to. Her absence spoke louder than any confession could. So when our anniversary arrived, she didn't expect much. I'm fairly certain she hoped I'd forget entirely. But that morning, I greeted her with a calm smile. "Get dressed," I said. "Dinner at 7. She blinked, confused. "Dinner where?" "You'll see," I replied. That evening, I booked a private room at the same restaurant where we'd celebrate our engagement. The place where she once cried tears of joy, not indifference. I wanted her to feel the contrast. When she arrived, beautiful yet clearly distracted, she studied me as if unsure whether to be impressed or suspicious. "So," she said, swirling her wine, "what's the occasion?" "Our anniversary," I said simply, and I wanted to do something special. Before she could respond, the door opened and another woman stepped in. Madison's expression shifted instantly, confusion to shock, then pure fury. "Are you serious, Daniel?" she shouted. "You brought another woman to our anniversary dinner?" The room fell silent. Even the waiter froze. "Sit down, Madison," I said calmly. "You're making a scene." "I'm making a scene?" she barked, standing. "You humiliate me in public on our anniversary and expect me to sit quietly?" The other woman remained still, her face soft, almost kind. She didn't speak, just looked at Madison steadily. "Who the hell is she?" Madison demanded. "Your new girlfriend?" I leaned back, unbothered. "No," I said slowly, deliberately. "She's someone who knows where you've really been on those so-called girls' nights." Madison froze, color draining from her face. "What are you talking about?" she whispered. "Why don't you answer yourself?" I said. Madison turned to face the woman. Her lips parted slightly, as if searching for a clue. The woman smiled faintly, a smile that revealed nothing, but suggested everything. "Hello, Madison," she said softly. Madison's voice trembled. "Now, do I know you?" "Oh, you do," I answered. "You've met her before. You just didn't realize who she really was." Madison's brow furrowed as the woman reached into her purse and slid a small photo across the table. She hesitated, hands shaking when she picked it up. It was a picture of Madison and a man, the same man she claimed was just a friend. They were standing too close, smiling like a couple in love. The woman across from us, his wife. "This is Evelyn," I said evenly, "the woman whose husband you've been seeing behind my back." For a moment, the only sound was Madison's shaky breath. Her eyes darted between Evelyn and me, disbelief flickering across her face. "No," she stammered. "This isn't what it looks like. Save it." I cut her off. "You told me he was helping with a charity event. You lied every time you said you were too tired, too busy. And the worst part? You made me feel guilty for even suspecting." Evelyn leaned forward, calm but cold. "My husband confessed everything," she said. "He told me how you two met at that seminar last year, how it just happened, even about the hotel." Madison covered her face, shoulders trembling. "Daniel, I don't need an explanation," I said, voice low, steady. "This dinner isn't about revenge. It's about closure." I stood, dropping the restaurant key card on the table. The same place where we had shared our first toast as newlyweds. "You threw away your ring," I continued. "So I guess it means you're free now. Free to be whoever you want, just not my wife." Tears streamed down her cheeks. "Please, Daniel, don't do this here," she pleaded. But I was already walking away. Evelyn remained seated, silent, watching Madison. As I reached the door, I turned back once. "Oh, and Madison," I said quietly, "you might want to check your phone. My lawyer's been trying to reach you. The papers are already filed." Her eyes widened, face pale and hollow under the soft restaurant lights. The woman who once mocked my silence now couldn't utter a word. The silence that followed was thick enough to choke on. I didn't speak. I just looked at her. The woman who once swore forever, now trembling with fury in the middle of the restaurant. Then, from the corner of the table, the woman beside me finally stood. As the light caught her face, I saw Madison's expression collapse. Color drained from her cheeks. "You brought her," she whispered, voice cracking. The woman was none other than Sarah, the lawyer handling our divorce papers for weeks. The same lawyer who had meticulously built the case around Madison's secret affair with her co-worker, Mark. Sarah placed a neatly folded envelope on the table. "These are the finalized documents," she said, calm but piercing. "You might want to review them before signing." Madison's lip trembled. "Wait, what is this?" she stammered, grabbing the envelope, realization dawning too late. "You see, Madison," I said, voice low and steady, "you spent months pretending, playing the victim, acting like I was a problem. But I already knew. I saw the messages, the late-night calls, the hotel receipts." "I was going to tell you," she whispered, almost pleading. "No," I cut her off. "You were going to keep lying until I found out myself, which I did." The room was silent, except for the faint clink of a glass somewhere behind us. She sank into her chair, tears streaming, confidence gone. "I never wanted to end like this," she said, voice barely audible. "Neither did I," I replied, buttoning my jacket slowly. "But you made that choice the day you decided I wasn't enough." Sarah followed me as we walked out, leaving Madison behind, broken, surrounded by the fragments of the life she had taken for granted. My heart didn't race or ache anymore. It was calm, empty, but free. For the first time in years, I wasn't her husband, her backup plan, or her emotional punching bag. I was just